Hey, it's Jose here with a quick video to show you how to find images in Google Images that are copyright free, that don't have copyright issues, so that we don't get sued by big corporations and end up in jail. Okay, so you may have seen the other video that I have, which is about whether Google Images are copyright free or not. And what I explained in that video is that the thing to remember is that Google Images is not a website. It's still a search engine. So people are not publishing images to Google Images. Instead, people are publishing images to their own websites, and Google is doing its job. It's indexing content that is public, and then it's displaying it in its search results. So if you take a photograph of your bicycle and you put it on your blog, it may get picked up by Google Images. And if I search for bicycle and I see your image in Google Images, then that image is yours. It's not really mine to use. Moreover, you may not want me to use that image. So as I said in that video, if in doubt, just assume that every image you see there by default is copyrighted. Now, of course, there are a lot of websites where people publish images and they want those images to be available to anybody to use. So those images are in the public domain, and Google Images still searches and indexes those images and displays them, which means that we've got a mix in there. When we look at the Google image results, we see a lot of images. Most of them assume that are copyrighted, but some of them won't be, which means that you can use Google Images to find images that you can use that don't have copyright restrictions or copyright issues. And this is what I'm going to show you how to do. So I'm in Google now. I'm going to click on Google Images and I'm going to do a search for, let's say, shop. Okay, why not? Okay, so here we have a load of images. And as I just explained, these are images that the search engine has found and indexed and is now displaying them. So we have no idea of knowing which of these images are copyrighted or not. So by default, assume that they all are. The rule is if you didn't take the photograph, then it's not yours. But as I said, images in the public domain also get indexed and displayed in these search results. So we need to be able to filter out those images from these results. So if you go to settings and go to advanced search, then what we're going to do here is scroll down until you see usage rights. Now you'll notice that by default, the search engine results are not filtered by license, which means that all the images that Google indexes are thrown into the mix. And of course, the problem there is that all those images are owned by different people, and most of those people do not want us to use those images. But luckily, we have some filters here. If I click on that and we drop down the menu, we have some criteria here: free to use or share, free to use or share even commercially, which is quite cool, free to use, share or modify, free to use, share or modify even commercially. Now, if you're unsure about what is meant or what is covered by commercially, whether you can use that as part of a design, let's say a graphic banner that you could then sell onto your client or something like that, then usage rights is actually a hyperlink. You can click on that and open up a new tab and actually read what is meant and what is covered. These are the Google image copyright rules. And of course, those rules can change whenever Google wants to change them. So I'm not going to say what is what here, because sod's law is that it will change at some point. So just check those usage rights out, that page, if you want to know exactly what the rules cover. But, you know, for the most part, it's self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to search for a free to use, share or modify image. And we're searching for shop. Okay, so we're going to hit the advanced search button. And this has now filtered out all the images that have copyright. So we don't run into any copyright issues. Those are all gone from the search results. And all these images we can actually use, and we can even modify, which is quite cool. So if I hover my cursor over here, this image of the body shop, you'll see that it says the commons.wikimedia.org. So this image is in the public domain, and I'm not sure how or why you'd want to modify an image that has a brand so obviously all over it. But let's have a look at this one here. So this is in the Commons Wikimedia as well. So we'll click on that. So that image we are free to use, share and modify. Okay, so let me just, if I just click on that, that's going to take me to the page where this image is actually offered. Okay, so I could just copy this image like this, go to my graphic editor, create a new image. I'm going to paste that image in there. And I could do anything I wanted to this. I could, for example, add a character here at the front. I could remove I could paint over shop there and actually put my name on it, Hoz's shop. I could make it smaller and put it to use in a bigger image as part of that image. And that's all very cool when you think that none of this cost anything. Somebody worked on this, somebody created this, and they very kindly shared it with the world, so we can go and use it. Okay, so that's how you use the Google Images Advanced Search. Once again, you go to Google, you go to Images, you click on Settings here, you select Advanced Search from the drop-down menu. You should have the word that you typed into the search if you did type a word there at the very beginning, but if you don't, you can type your own word here now. And you just scroll down to Usage Rights and then select the type of license that you want. And this will enable you to search for images on Google Images that do not have any copyright issues, any copyright restrictions, so that you're free, out of jail, with your money in your pocket, with cool images and out of trouble. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, before you go off and play on Google Images and fill your archive with images, please subscribe to the channel, and that way you can keep up to date with all these crazy episodes. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next video.